Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Okay, Charles, the Vikings offensive starters, a former Ole Miss Rebel is a guy to watch, and that's Laquan Treadwell.
No doubt about it, and when you look at his speed, forget it. All right, just throw out that time stuff. Watch his play speed. He plays the game really fast and big and aggressively. They want to call him Megaquan. If he plays to that, he'll really help this Vikings team.
And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They come up in an offset eye. They try to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
All right, now, look at this. Watch it now, Barney.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
All right, now, look at this. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. But on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and that'll bring up second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. Fourth down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield to make the play?
Now Hundley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. He's got time in the pocket. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's fourth down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bash, yeah.
Super toe.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the wideout in motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They come out here in the eye. Hundley, a sneak. He only got a yard, but that was enough to do the job.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd and very short here, less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. To throw now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramp. For him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Third down and 8 now.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Ready.
Now it's the backup Smith. It's caught by Treadwell. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throwing on third down, Smith. And incomplete here on third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throwing, Hundley. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Hundley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Taken in at the 11. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now out comes Minnesota. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Smith on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And they'll run it here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try the air now with Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Hundley. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Throwing, Hundley. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And on the ground they go with a running back. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They snap it to Smith. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Now the Packers get set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd down now after the incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
In motion left is Cobb. Now Hundley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down. He's got a man complete. 26 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and the Packers are going to have a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about...
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are back within a score. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Second and 10, Smith again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets them a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking. And what they want to do is finish them off.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle. There's almost...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. To throw on second down is Smith. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play.